Hey gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I took some boots out of my collection that I think are best for winter conditions. We'll see if maybe you have some boots at home that compare to it. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to make sure your footwear are ready for winter. What do you say we get right into it? In no particular order, what do you say we get into this gym green Razorback? I just did a cleaning video on this boot, and this is a quintessential winter boot for me. Now, some of you guys are gonna pick on me in that not many of them are lined or insulated. However, we're gonna be focusing a lot on the outsole. So this is a proprietary lug outsole that Gym Green makes themselves, and this has proven itself in more than one circumstance. It's been all around the country with me, even up to Alaska. This is something I would grab and run out the door anytime in winter. Maybe not the deep winter snow. Obviously, it's a 6-inch boot, so you're not gonna have protection all the way up. Stay tuned for a future video because I'm gonna be showing you guys my ultimate winter setup. Part of that can include some winter snow pants and then snow gaiters, which wrap around here and could make this a really good option for the winter. This will be lacking in some insulation, but a very good boot nonetheless. I'll go ahead with my first tip right out the gate, and that is Yak Trax. This is a product that I swear by, and I think every gentleman or every woman ought to have in her or his foot collection. If it's wintertime, maybe have a set in the car, have a set at the shop. What this does is straps on any type of boot or shoe and gives you these metal little coils wrapped around this stretchy rubber. And I'll tell you what, I lived in Portland, Oregon for 4 years, and the winter time, you know Portland's known for its rain, right? Well, in the winter when it rains, it freezes, and never in my life, even though we're filming in Colorado right now, I've never seen such sheets of ice. It's truly amazing. So these Yak Trax here are a must. It just slips on super easy. You know, you want to think about what kind of boots you're putting them on. The upper is completely rubber. However, just be aware that you are dealing with some metal, and you might not want to put these on fine footwear unless you're stuck in a situation where there's a sheet of ice. And you know what? Forget whatever shoes you have. Get these on here. I'd much rather ruin a pair of shoes than fall and break a hip or something. You know, as they say, as you get older, one of the worst things that you can do is fall and get hurt. So even at a young age, you don't want to break a hip or something like that that's going to give you lifelong consequences. Just avoid that at all costs. I would put these on any boot here, you know, even one of my nicer ones like this, just because it does have the rubber up top, so it's really not doing a lot of damage. Definitely a staple in every gentleman's closet. I'll have links to all these boots across the board. You guys can check them out. But let's move on to the next one. You guys have seen me talk a lot about Thursday Boot Company. This is their Captain in tobacco, and it has the Storm King outsole. So this again is an outsole that's proven itself to me. I have a full video where I put the Yak Trax on these boots and I went up to an iced over waterfall. These did great up there. It's an online boot in terms of insulation. It has a leather liner, but not any type of thinsulate or something like that. This boot's super rugged. I think the leather is very durable, very tough. This would be something you can wear from the car to the office, to the grocery store, and it's gonna give you a lot more protection than a lot of boots. Something you'll see me leave off, my Iron Rangers has the mini lug. I think that's just fine for most winter environments. I just didn't want to fill the whole table with boots. Also, you have something like a day night. You'll see that on a lot of these boots. You'll see that on dress shoes. Thursday has their own style day night. That's something to consider as well. Usually those perform really well. But moving down the row here, we have a Parkhurst boot. Now guys, this one again has kind of a mini lug. This is their own. It's kind of comparable to the Vibram mini lug. This will be a very good winter option. It's about the same, honestly very close in color to the Thursday Tobacco Captain. This is Charles F. Stead leather and very durable, very rugged. They even talk about it being rugged leather. So I think this would handle the winter very well. Another tip for you guys, if you're trying to make sure your boots are winter ready, just be sure that you've given them a good conditioning. Now, all these boots across the board could take this. This is Cobbler's Choice waterproofing spray. This is a good little spray just to hit on top of any boot. Even after you've conditioned it, you can go ahead and give it some spray down. This will give that extra added element of protection. So as you're getting ready for winter and thinking about that, at minimum, make sure they're clean conditioned and then hit it with some of this weatherproofing spray. Next up is this beautiful mock toe by Grant Stone. They've went with the lug outsole, the mini lug as well. You'll see some similarities there. Mini lug, great boot, very comfortable. I called this my perfect fall winter boot. So this is gonna be a really good one for you guys if you wanna check that out. This is again something that will look nice if you're in the office, if you're trying to look good while you're at work, but you want something to get you from the car to the office safely. I would trust this one for sure. Next up, guys, is gonna be some of your favorites and some of you guys' least favorites. This is the Thursday Explorer boot. Has the on-gusseted tongue, meaning there's no gusset. That's the biggest complaint with this boot. So in terms of winter, you could potentially get moisture, snow, water in there, where some of the gusseted options you're not going to. However, this is their weather suede, or so they have some fancy word for this leather. It's their own proprietary blend, if you will, on that. This thing is made for weather conditions. The outsole is the Vibram New Flex, so that is a bit of a softer rubber than some of these. A little bit more on the foam end, but it itself has proven to be very good. Again, this won't be your heavy duty winter boot. That's not kind of what this whole video is about. Just some of the boots from my collection that I would wear during the winter time. This is another good one. It does have the height, which is nice to keep some of the snow and stuff out of your pants, but not the gusset. Speaking of gusset, we gotta come over here to one of my favorite boots in my collection, the Nyx Urban Logger. You know, the Urban Logger is a interesting combination. I've done a 1-year review on this boot and stuff, and finally found that for a 6-inch boot being this well built on the bottom end, it's kind of strange to me. I would prefer it to actually be 8 or 10 inches if it's gonna be this heavy duty on the bottom. I find myself going for a casual 6-inch boot. I want something I can wear regularly, something that's a little more easy to wear, probably a little lighter weight, and it might not need to be this intense. However, I'll tell you what, this boot still is one of my favorites, and it would make an incredible winter boot. It has made a winter boot for me. Your feet will get cold if you're out too long, but it's gonna give you the traction and the grip that you need. The leather can hold up to honestly anything you can throw at it. I've even went through barbed wire fencing and scratched it, so that's a really good option. Now, one of the recommendations for a leather like this or these boots is gonna be the Obanoff's Heavy Duty LP. I swear by this stuff. It's gonna really condition your boots for winter. This is a really good option. I'm gonna show you 2 others. Hubbard's Shoe Grease. This is actually a Colorado company, so that's kind of fun. These guys, you can put on most of this leather. You know, Thursday doesn't want you to do anything, although my cobbler and I will disagree. He says that leather still needs conditions, so kind of just watch your leather, get to know it, and then make decisions for yourself. And then the last one that's super intense is Snow Seal. This one is really good if you take a blow dryer and go ahead and put some on and then heat it up and then apply it. It kind of helps penetrate more deeply. It's just giving you ideas of how to get your stuff ready. Not every conditioner is gonna go on every boot. Some of the rough out stuff, these ones are rough out. Sometimes you think about that differently, especially suede. But again, this is made for this. So you could put, if you wanted to put Snow Seal on these Frank's boots, that would be fine. Obviously, you know you're gonna darken the leather. For me, when I'm thinking like a winter work boot, I'm not too concerned with what I'm doing with it. I just did a video conditioning these. This is something I would definitely put Snow Seal on. I'm not worried about changing the color of this leather. It's only gonna get so dark, and I think it'll still look super sharp. Couple tips there, and then we move on to the Frank's Riker AT. Again, you're gonna notice this has that canvas side panel, and you can see after a couple of years it's still standing tall and proud, has leather reinforcements that keeps it in place. This boot is one of my all-time favorites. Look at that honey Vibram lug outsole. That thing will take you anywhere your legs can move you to. An incredible boot. Next up is going to be very similar. The whites, the only difference, you see 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, so it comes all the way up. These guys are competitors, obviously, up in the Pacific Northwest. Wildland firefighting boot, completely ready for anything you can throw at it, hot or cold, I suppose. Again, very, very good option for getting traction. Then my only dedicated winter boot that I currently have is gonna be the LL Bean boot, and this is lined with that shearling lining. I mean, that stuff is just beautiful. It is so cozy, so comfortable. I love these boots. I even keep a set of shoe trees in them, kind of because that rubber. I don't want the rubber deforming or getting weird, so I just threw some, I have so many of these shoe trees, I threw a pair in there. These are super grippy. It's a really fun pattern. I've always loved the LL Bean Bean boots. It's quintessential. There's this Canadian brand that I'm super interested in. I learned about them from the Outdoor Boys, and I think if you're doing some deep winter stuff, clearly this stuff's not gonna cut it. This will get close, but when I've done some hot tent camping, my foot still got cold. So in terms of good insulation, you're gonna need something more. Let me know what you guys are using for the winter time. Which of these would you take off the list? Which one is okay by you? And I'm keen to know what kind of winter boots you think I should check out. This is the kind of stuff we got going on over here at the channel. Bunch of fun stuff coming up, so please be sure to subscribe and stick around for more videos. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I sure appreciate you guys. And until the next video, God bless. And hey, don't forget to give your boots some love from time to time. If you like this one, we got a bunch of content just like this. Check out the channel. We have everything in playlists, anything from more men's boots to menswear. Check back often. We got a bunch of great stuff coming up on the channel. Till the next one, God bless, and we'll catch you then.